So they kept going back to this notion that this is all about the politics. And you know what? I wasn't convinced, Heather. And because I said to myself, if I were to put words to that conversation, it would sound, that unspoken conversation, it would sound what they would have wanted to say. They would have wanted to say, how dare you treat us this way? Don't you see we're human beings? Can't you see we're suffering? And you're doing nothing about it? So I realized at one point that this is about their dignity. This is about being treated as if they, weren't even human, that they were, that their suffering didn't matter. And so once I got that word, Heather, it opened doors like you wouldn't believe. So the next time I convened a group, I asked them, I said, look, even before we started with the politics, I said, look, I've been doing these dialogues all over the world for, a decade or more. And I have to tell you, I have a feeling that one of the missing links in our understanding of conflict is our issues related to dignity. And I said, if you don't mind, I'd really like to address this deeper human issue of dignity before we move forward into talking about the political issues that divide you. And I said, would you all be interested, would anybody be interested in talking about these unaddressed dignity violations that you undoubtedly have been suffering from? Well, again, that word dignity opened up the conversation. Everybody's hand went up, Heather. Everybody wanted to talk about their dignity violations. And it wasn't just their own personal dignity violations. It was the dignity violations that their ancestors suffered from. Yeah. So they had these narratives. They had these stories about what happened, about what it was like growing up, feeling like, they were treated as if they didn't matter. And it was just one of the most powerful moments in my, not to mention my career, but I would say in my life, because that word ended up having